Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fault code that can be a real head-scratcher for many technicians. SPN 2791 FMI4. This one specifically points to an issue with the hydraulic pump control valve, also known as the EPC or PC-EPC valve, on many machines. If you've run into this code, it can cause some serious performance problems, like sluggish hydraulics, loss of power, or even the machine refusing to move at all. So, let us break down what this code really means, and walk through a logical troubleshooting process to get your equipment back up and running smoothly. First things first, what is this valve and what does it do? The hydraulic pump control valve is an electronically controlled proportional valve. That's a mouthful, I know. But simply put, the machine's computer, or ECM, sends a specific electrical current to this valve to control the hydraulic pump's output. It might regulate pump swashplate angle, control pilot pressure, or directly manage pump flow. When the ECM detects that the voltage or current signal going to this valve is below the normal operating range, it flags the FMI for, which stands for voltage below normal or shorted to low source. This essentially means there's a short to ground somewhere in the circuit. So, where do you start when you see SPN 2791 FMI4? The first step, always, is to check the basics. A low battery or a faulty charging system can cause all sorts of strange electrical gremlins, including this code. So, grab your multimeter, check your battery voltage, and make sure your alternator is putting out the correct charge. It's a quick check that can save you a lot of time and frustration. If your electrical system voltage is solid, it's time to move on to the wiring harness itself. This is where a good wiring schematic becomes your best friend. You need to inspect the harness that runs from the ECM to the pump control valve. Look for any obvious signs of damage. We're talking about chafing, rubbing, pinched wires, or areas that might have been exposed to excessive heat or chemicals. Pay close attention to connectors. Unplug the connector at the valve and the one at the ECM. Look for corrosion, pushback pins, or any moisture that might have gotten inside. A little bit of green corrosion can create a path to ground and trigger this exact fault. Clean the connectors with a good quality electrical contact cleaner, and use a small amount of dielectric grease when you reconnect them to help keep moisture out. If the visual inspection doesn't reveal anything obvious, it's time to break out the multimeter again and do some circuit testing. With the key on and the valve unplugged, you should check for voltage at the supply wire in the connector. Refer to your schematic to identify the correct pin. If you have no voltage, you have an open circuit between the ECM and the valve. If you do have voltage, the next step is to check for a short to ground. Disconnect the harness from the ECM as well, so the circuit is isolated. Set your multimeter to the continuity or OEM setting and test the signal wire for a continuity to the chassis ground. You should see an open circuit or infinite resistance. If your meter beeps or shows a low resistance reading, you've confirmed you have a short to ground somewhere in that wire. Now you just have to find it. This might involve carefully tracing the wire through the harness or using a tone generator to help locate the fault. What if the wiring checks out perfectly? The final suspect is the valve solenoid itself. These solenoids can develop internal shorts over time. You can test the resistance of the solenoid coil. Check the manufacturer's service manual for the correct resistance specification. If the reading is significantly lower than spec or shows a direct short, you've found your culprit. Replacing the hydraulic pump control valve solenoid will be your next step. Remember to always use genuine or high-quality replacement parts to ensure reliability. After replacing the part or repairing the wiring, clear the codes and operate the machine to confirm the fix. And that's a comprehensive look at troubleshooting SPN 2791 FMI4. It can seem intimidating, but by following a logical, step-by-step process from the basics like battery voltage to detailed wiring checks, you can pinpoint the problem efficiently. I hope this guide helps you out the next time you encounter this code. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.